Welcome to today's video. I've had a couple of people ask me in the comments section on previous videos about doing a guide on how to get into CTFs. This video is going to be the start of that series. In today's video we will be focusing on where to get started, how to set yourself up, and quickly go over a simple outline of the process. This series will focus on joining websites and doing CTF boxes. So the first part, where to get started. There are several sites that you can join to practice hacking. Two of the well-known ones are HackTheBox and TryHackMe. They both offer a free tier that gives you access to some boxes, but both offer paid tiers that give you so much more in return to work with. HackTheBox also has the HackTheBox Academy, similar to an online learning school. There have been a lot of other sites that have come and gone. One of the ones I like a lot was VulnHub. Sadly, it has been 2 years since anyone posted a new box here, but the site is still up and you can download the boxes. I recommend it as a great way to try things out, learn about old exploits, and test out scripts you've made. Next, let's look at how to set yourself up. If you go with HackTheBox or TryHackMe, you'll have three options. First one is to use the attack box provided by the site. As a free user at each site, you will have limited spawn attempts for each box, so keep that in mind. But if you have a machine that has a hard time running a VM, dual booting isn't an option, or you don't have a spare machine, these attack boxes will be a great start. Remember, any notes you make or scripts you put together will be deleted when you shut down the attack box. To help with this, I suggest creating a Google account to get access to Google Drive or something like Dropbox account. That way you have a place to store your files in between sessions. What about the other options I mentioned? First, there is use of VM. I personally use VirtualBox, but there are several out there. If this is the route you want to go, you must ensure you have enough hardware to support it. For Kali Linux, I've been able to run it with as little as 2 cores and 4 gigs of RAM in the virtual machine. I suggest the minimal hardware for your host machine to be 4-core processor and 8 gigs of RAM. Of course, the more you can give the virtual machine without crashing your host machine, the better experience you'll have running the VM altogether. Both Kali and ParrotOS have several downloading options. They both offer VM images, but I usually go with the standard ISO and do a complete install on a new VM. They both offer a live boot option as well that can be run from a removable drive you can boot into. This would be an interesting option if you have a large enough USB thumb drive or USB hard drive. They also both offer WSL options, Windows Subsystem for Linux. If you're using Windows and have set it up, cool, give it a try. If you haven't, this should be something you look into. I have it set up on my work laptop and it comes in handy for testing scripts before using them on our actual Linux machines at work. The last two options fall in the same bucket as they are options to install hacking OSs on bare metal machines. Dual booting is great, but do take your time to learn how to set it up properly. It's one of those things that if you mess up, you could lose access to your regular OS. Thankfully, it is easier to recover and repair issues when setting up dual booting than when I started in the early 2000s. Back then, your only real option to fix things was to reinstall Windows. I sadly got to the point where I could do it in my sleep. However, if you have a spare laptop or desktop, try installing either Kali or Parrot on it. Most people say never to install Kali on bare metal, but it isn't that bad. I have a laptop specifically for hacking, and Kali is installed as the primary OS. Now, I'm only comfortable with doing this because I've been using Linux for a long time, and I'm always looking for ways to harden and secure my systems. And yes, I've taken my Kali laptop to a local coffee shop and use it to browse the web and to gather information on the Wi-Fi. I won't go over how to install Kali or ParrotOS here, but I will leave a link in the description to 2 good videos showing you how to do it in a VM. If you're installing it as a dual boot or on its own machine, your process will be the same after the VM setup steps. The installation process of Linux systems have gotten really easy. Newer users don't have to worry about being in a terminal, not knowing what to do, and worrying about messing things up as much as we used to. Lastly, the overview of the process we'll be talking about in this series. We will look into a pared down version of the pen testing process for CTF boxes. We will focus on footprinting or recon, initial access or foothold as it's called, and lateral and horizontal movement. In each of these, I will review tools that will most likely already be installed on your security OS. We will look at several of the options that the tools offer, and where applicable, share online resources with you to help in the process. I'm aiming to make this a weekly series, and we'll see how long this goes and where we end up. Oh, one last thing before I let you go. Community has always been a big part of the hacker culture. Thankfully, you don't have to search for and join shady websites or connect to random IRC channels to find anyone anymore. I know that not everyone is a fan, but Discord does offer some great options. Both HackTheBox and TryHackMe have their own Discord channels, and I'll leave links down below. I would highly recommend that you join either one or both of them. They have a general chat, of course, but also places to ask questions, to go over the latest boxes, and share projects. And the best channel type there is, memes. So I hope you come back next week, where we will start with what recon is and what our goals are. I will use TryHackMe boxes in the demo, but the same applies to HackTheBox boxes. Remember to subscribe so you won't miss it when I upload the next video in the series, and leave a like if you're looking forward to this journey. Don't forget you can always leave a comment below if you have a suggestion for future videos, have a recommendation that I may have missed, or if you just have a question. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you next time.